Hey, what's up, foolish immortals? That doesn't sound funny when doesn't sound creepy when you're singing it. I'm gonna do some Lapis Lazuli artwork. Now, the reason why we're talking right now is because I have a co-host. Say hi, co-host.
Hi, co-host. I'm gonna do
Uh,
that every time.
I know you are, Tom. Just imagine him sitting in a cute little fluffy pillow and looking happy.
I mean, I would. I've got my Eevee pillow.
Just sit on it.
I'm not gonna sit on his face. It's horrible. Cuddle though.
If you hear TVs in the background, I am sorry. Anyway, so
I live in a radio tower.
yes, he does. Anyway, so we were talking, and then I mentioned Steven Universe. He didn't really know a lot about it. I started talking some more. He got interested, and then he mentioned that he kind of saw an episode with Lapis Lazuli and wanted to know more about her. And I'm about to talk to him about it while doing artwork of Lapis Lazuli.
You're implying an awful lot here.
I'm going to imply a lot because the audience needs to know everything.
Or as long as you keep it PG.
Oh, darn. I can't talk about how potatoes are made.
Oh,
Anyway.
I thought you were gonna reference the Fusion bands. Thank God you didn't.
Fusion is about love and caring for each other, not about sex like people assumed it was.
I don't know. That looked very suggestive to me.
Tom, have you been watching any of the newer episodes?
I saw one thing, and that's all you need to know. That this is a show, all right.
It's not about sex, Tom. It's about
I
love and
know it's
affection.
not.
It just gets a little bit dirty dancing sometimes, I will agree.
That was a TV show on TV once.
That was a movie.
Exactly.
Anyway, so Tom wanted to know about Lapis Lazuli, who I think is a precious, adorable sweetie. I don't care what other people think. Because I
I
was.
saw pitchfork the torches.
Tom, quit selling tiki torches. I mean,
I mean,
don't! Scrub that out. Scrub that out.
what's wrong with tiki torches? You
Ever
put them on
since.
you put them in the lawn and you watch them.
Okay. Okay. Put them on the lawn. You use them for barbecues. Nothing else. Nothing evil. They're for barbecue and getting rid of mosquitoes. That's it.
Get rid of mosquitoes.
Yeah, if you have the special candles that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Okay,
say, wait, how did? Okay,
Florida apparently is the only ones who have this technology.
I don't go out much. I live in a radio tower, man. Remember?
He's like Three Dog. Oh!
I stepped him up.
You don't even know who Three Dog is.
No, I don't.
He has so little to know about this universe.
Steven Universe.
Which
My
is.
name's not Steve.
His name is Toon. Anyway, so I love Lapis Lazuli. I think she's had great character development and is a very interesting character to begin with, and I really relate to her. People who insult her, bash her, or anything like that in the comments will automatically be deleted and banned from the channel. Don't think I won't do it. I have the power, people.
I've got the power.
I was waiting for
90s
Tom to sing that.
reference. Look, if there's not a 90s reference I don't know, then there's something wrong with me.
No, I was just waiting for you to just sing it because I was going to sing it if you didn't.
Well, I'm not gonna sing it. Crazy.
I've got the power.
That's literally the only part of the song I know.
That's the only song anyone remembers. Because it was
That's
used in all those freaking commercials for one of the batteries. I can't remember which one, though.
I couldn't tell you either. Mostly because most of the battery commercial I know are Duracell. Continue.
Oh, continue with the commercial. Continue with the talking of Lapis, please.
Yeah, continue with the commercial. We aren't on air. We're on a radio station. What do you expect?
We're not on a radio station. We're on a podcast, technically, if you want to get technical. About technicalities of technicalness.
That is way redundant.
Technical!
Chill. Okay, chill.
Okay.
Please.
Anyway, Lapis Lazuli. Now, Tom remembers her from which episode?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Uh,
The only thing I know about the episode is, I presume his name is Steve because I think it's the name of the show, finds a thing, and
finds a thing.
and she's in the thing, and they spend the day together,
Ah,
and
the
they're like
mirror. The mirror.
having
Ah,
fun.
yes, the mirror.
And
She.
then she comes out and says, "Oh hey," and the people try to kill her. She's like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," and go swimming. That's all I know. All right, it's not much,
Great
but I know.
explanation of the season 2 finale.
all I can explain is the entire time that she didn't act like she wasn't acting like a genie where it's like, release me, I'll grant you a wish, or fuck off, I don't care. Just like, hey, like an actual person would act. She didn't sound like she was trying to be that temptress. She was just like, hey, you go for the corn dogs? I'm hungry. I live in a mirror, or whatever I live in.
She lives in a mirror.
Okay.
Anyway, Lapis Lazuli, my little baby.
You didn't tell me you were pregnant. Timing!
Timing!
Is this how I'm finding out?
Anyway, Lapis Lazuli, my child, my little lug nut. Lug nut.
Lug nut. That's a weird comparison.
I know. Yes, was trapped in a mirror. A horrible, horrible imprisoned mirror. Which, okay, I'm gonna go via timeline sakes, so I'm not gonna go episodic. I'm gonna go by timeline for Tom, so it can make sense for him, because Tom can't even remember what he has for breakfast, so it's easier doing it this way.
Did I even eat breakfast? Is that why I can't remember?
Tom, this is not the time to be having a midlife crisis.
Oh no.
Anyway, so the mirror that Tom knows and loves.
I'm only just finding out as a mirror.
Lapis Lazuli, a gem of blue diamond.
See, that much I know.
She is a gem of blue diamond, one of the 4 diamonds of the great diamond, whatever they call themselves.
Oh, good. You know just as much as me. It'll be fun.
No, I just can't remember the Great Diamond Empire, the Great Diamond Matriarchy, the Great Diamond Pain in the Assery is what I'm going to call them, because they are Diamond Pain in the Assery.
So they're evil.
Kinda. Misinformed, as some would consider it.
This should be fun, man.
Yeah, it will be. They're very misinformed, because according to Blue Diamond, Rose Quartz, Steven's mom, oh, spoilers! By the way, if anyone isn't caught up on Steven Universe by the time this is posted.
Roll the Subway credits.
Subway.
God, I'm so hungry.
Why did you say Subway? Why did you want me to now have a craving for really not that great quality of meat?
I don't know, I'm just imagining like a spoiler tag, but just under that is a picture of a sub. I think it's just because I'm hungry, I don't know.
Like a sub as in a Subway sandwich, or a sub like Yellow Submarine?
Like a sub, like you would get at Subway. I could care less about the submarine. I hate being underwater.
Too late.
Oh no. Wait, why are we talking? Oh no. If I don't like being underwater, we ever talk about the water type?
Don't worry, we'll talk about the fire type later.
Oh god.
Anyway, as I was stating...
Why do I think it's Garnet?
Actually, the fire type is Ruby, which is one half of Garnet.
Okay, that's cliche, but I guess it makes sense.
What do you mean?
Ruby, fire, Goron's Ruby.
Yeah,
red.
yeah, I know, it's kind of cliche. Anyway! Blue Diamond assumes that Rose Quartz, Steven's mother, killed Pink Diamond of the Pink Diamond hierarchy. And they all assume it was her, when in reality it might not have been, it might have. We don't know yet. They haven't explained that to us yet.
Half-Life 3 win.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. No,
Oh god, don't start that.
Alright, I'd rather start that than Lapis Lazuli based discourse.
Yeah, that's why we're doing an episode.
Don't worry, next I'm going to talk about Jasper and how much of a bitch she is.
Oh good, you know what bitchy Jasper too. This makes this easy.
Oh boy, do I ever!
Sweet, we have something in common. We know one bitchy Jasper from 2 different universes.
Mine's a Steven based one.
And mine's a cat.
Meow. Anyway.
If only that was his gimmick.
Anyway. Sorry guys, I'm not a big Jasper fan. After rewatching the episodes, I really hate Jasper now. So as I was stating, Blue Diamond and, Lapis, as I was stating,
Oh,
this is
hi.
Lapis Lazuli.
I know what she looks like.
Well, now you're gonna look at her now while I work on art.
At least she's wearing clothes this time.
Tom, what have you been looking at?
The wrong part of the internet again.
We gotta really work on the child filter on yours.
We really do. But I mean, it's kind of hard. I live in a radio tower.
Yes, it is. Anyway,
Why is that my thing now?
I don't know. You just started that whole radio tower shtick.
I'm gonna go with it.
Three Dog. Ow! I'm gonna make you listen to Three Dog later after this, I swear. Anyway, where was I?
I don't like radio.
No, he's not an actual radio. Well, he is, but he is video game. Anyway, focus. She was sent by the Blue Diamond Court to go during the Great Gem War, which happened thousands of years ago, 5,000 years ago, a long
A
time
long
ago,
time.
really long ass time,
Well,
which was a fight between Rose Quartz and the rebellious gems and the gems of the Homeworld.
alright.
Because they wanted to originally terraform Earth and destroy basically all living life on it to make it a place where gems could be created. I mean, yes, it sounds like a great idea, but you know, the whole killing thing is a problem for me because I live here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Basically, the
What?
reason why Rose Quartz wanted to rebel is because she saw human life and all this other life, and she fell in love with it. And she's like, "Why would we want to destroy such a beautiful place and turn it into one of the homeworld colonies when such beautiful things are living here?" You know, basically that kind of mindset. And then she started a rebellion, and then and and other gems started rebelling, and because they wanted to go and stop this, and also wanted to start the stupid hierarchy rankings. Pearl wanted to stop because she wanted to stop being a tool, because pearls on Homeworld are basically objects. They stand there and look pretty.
Like gems.
But yes, but they're like, I wouldn't say butlers per se, but kinda. They just stand there and look pretty. There's hierarchy rankings amongst gems, like basically ones that are quartz based. So rose quartz, amethyst, jaspers, even they're basically like foot soldiers.
So there's a military line, there's a civilian line, and then there's like
Rubies are used to be are stupid,
there's
stupid,
a hot-headed.
hot-headed, stupid, and are used for like special tiny bodyguards. Sapphires, which are considered some of the rarest of gems. Yeah, I know. Just go with me on this. Have the ability to have future vision, which has the ability to see into the future, which they're considered great amongst the rankings of the gem hierarchy, and
That makes sense. Geopad logic too.
yeah, and there's another type of gem called crap, I can't remember the name, and it's an actual name that's used in and it's a gem that's been mentioned in Sailor Moon, and I should remember this.
Adamantium?
No, that's a metal.
Mithril?
No, also a metal.
Orichalcum?
You're making up stuff. Like,
No, Orichalcum steel, firstly.
Paradots are like technicians, uh, like smarty pants, technician pants. But like every gem has a purpose. Bismuths, which are a type of gem, they're like blacksmiths. They make objects for the gem kingdom, uh, homeworld. There's a term, I know, of audience, I can't remember it. But yeah, but like all gems have a role, have a place in the universe, a place in the kingdom. Whatever gem you are, you will be forced to do this.
What? I can think of a few problems with that.
Yeah, it's a small problem. And like, this is how you were born, this is how you will live, this is how you will be until you are shattered. That's their form of death.
I think that's how communism exists.
What?
I think that's how communism exists.
Yeah, let's not compare communism to Steven Universe right now, okay?
Give me a minute.
And then, uh, and then there are some gems that rebelled because they wanted to do fusion.
Ah,
Let me explain. On Homeworld, fusion was allowed, but only between the gems of the same gem. If a pearl and a pearl fused, it was fine. If a ruby and a ruby fused, it's fine. If a ruby and a sapphire fused, which was actually the first ever non-same gem fusion, and it
it
happened in
was
the
taboo.
it is very taboo, and it was considered scandalous and wrong, and basically so bad that they wanted to shatter the ruby that caused the fusion, which was totally accidental. Which that lovely little fusion made Garnet, who is a member
So
of.
basically, it would be comparable to Let Gays Be Gays in our world.
Yes, basically. And that is what the comparison is. It's like a comparison to homosexuality. A lot of people make that comparison.
Oh, was that actually the point?
Yes,
Oh, okay. I'm winning.
yes, you are actually paying attention. Here, you get a gold sticker.
Sweet. I'm gonna put this in my nose. Shiny nose.
But yes, that's what the comparison is. It is it the creator herself being, I think, if I'm correct, bisexual. She basically wanted to make a cartoon where people like herself could, show that all kind of love is fine. Anyway,
And I agree with that.
love for everyone,
Yeah. If you
Ex-
love someone, you give a fuck what they are.
except for Hitler. Hitler gets no love
Unless we're like a dog. I mean, let's keep it in the same species.
until we get to meet aliens, and then we're
No,
fine.
no. Let's be careful with that. If we come across aliens, the first thing we probably do is try to insert dominance.
Uh,
Let's not worry about. Let's try to again. Let's just try to keep it in species. If it's unintentional because of alien morphs, that's different.
if it's like with what happened with Rose Quartz and Greg, it's perfectly fine. And,
That's still fine because they're humanoid. It doesn't matter.
well, they're actually beings of light,
Yes, but they
technically.
have a humanoid shape.
But they have no technically inner system. They have to make it themselves.
And they pick some fine ass booty. Let's go.
Anyway, Tom, please do not sexualize the gems. This is a children's show.
Hey man, I gotta have some kind of fun with this.
You're learning, Tom, and you actually are doing very well on on these lessons.
Well, that's the thing. This is all I'm good at is learning.
Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. So many gems rebelled, and then um, Lapis was taken down, was told to go onto Earth to see what was happening. Because Lapis has an ability to show what she knows, and via reflective surfaces like water.
So
It,
basically, it'd be like having a portable like communication system as long as she's around a reflective surface.
yeah, but she also has
Okay,
this ability to move around water. She has the ability of hydrokinesis, basically.
which again, cliche, but whatever.
It works.
Kids, kids programming.
It works. I mean, her colors are blue for the love of God. She's not going to be controlling fire anytime soon.
No, but that would be neat.
I think that's all under the rules of color theory and all that. Anyway, as I was saying, um, but yeah, but she was going. It was basically mid battle. She got hit by a gem and poofed. Poofing doesn't mean death. Poofing just means you're in your gem for a while, and basically you're snoozing. Basically,
Kind of like
think of it like a Pokemon.
actually, it's kind of like Jewel Pet when they use up when they use an enormous power of that magic energy to turn it into gem form.
Yeah.
It's literally the same thing. Just
Tom will
again,
now later write an essay on how Jewel Pets and Steven Universe are very similar.
they are nothing alike. They're made for completely different audiences.
But yeah, but I was gonna do a comparison to like how Pokemon it faints, but they're not dead.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
there
flip
is
that
a
way.
chance for death to happen, and also corruption. A corruption basically means your gem has been damaged in some form or fashion and it can't be repaired, and therefore the gem becomes it's creepy. But anyway, but she got taken by Homeworld. They assumed she was a rebel, put her in a mirror and told her to show her things that basically she had no answer for. And they assumed And she was basically forced in a way that she can only reveal what she knew. They kept telling her, show us what you know, where are the rebels hiding? She didn't know.
You can't blame her for that.
Yeah, but they just kept interrogating her over and over again, basically putting her in torture.
Basically, bad cop, dummy criminal, not actually a criminal.
Yeah. And then basically a giant white light happened, which was the ultimate weapon of the Diamond Authority. Hey, I remember the name, Great Diamond Authority, I think.
Oh, oh, good. Diamonds are evil in this area too.
Oh yes, diamonds are basically the rulers of all. There are four, well, formerly four, now three, but we haven't seen the third one. There's Blue Diamond, who's an emotional wreck.
That makes sense.
White,
It was the color of emotion.
yeah, oh, Yellow Diamond, who is like the leader of all militaries. Um, White Diamond, who we haven't seen, and Pink Diamond, who I've already established, was shattered.
And is dead.
Is la poofed. Well, la shattered. La
I
dead.
say, wait a minute, you just said pooping and being killed are different.
Yes, that's what I. Sorry. Is la dead. Is a la billion pieces.
Like a real gem. I
And,
went out, pick up the pieces, and store them in my room.
and use them as a necklace.
They're pretty, do not judge.
Anyway, where was I? Yes. So, a giant white flashing light, which was the Great Diamond Authority's final weapon against the rebellions, destroyed and basically corrupted all the gems on the planet, even their own, except for the select few that were under the giant bubble that was made by Rose Quartz. That is one of her abilities, to make giant bubbles of safety shields. I mean, she was one of Pink Diamond's best freaking soldiers. There was a reason for that.
Kind of reminds me of like this big entity. It's like, you are my son. I must sacrifice myself now.
Oh, that's
Don't
later.
overpower me.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Wait until you hear about how she dies.
Oh boy.
Much later, though. Anyway. So, Lapis, basically they're running, a lot of people are running away, fleeing. One drops the mirror that she's part of. One steps on the mirror, which causes her gem to crack. Good times on that department. It's not, it's not corruptible bad, but it's still semi-bad.
Enough that it's like
It's gonna cause
you're
some
damaged.
problems.
Yeah. It's like having a concussion.
Yeah. Then, zoom, a few thousand years later, Steven Universe is born. Steven Universe learns this concept about school, which is where his best friend Connie goes after the summer. Steven has never gone to school. Why no truant officer has taken his ass is beyond me.
The hell's a truant officer?
It's a person who makes sure children go to schools.
Wait, those things exist?
I think they do. I've always was told.
I always thought they weren't real. I thought they only appeared in cartoons like Hey Arnold.
I thought they were a myth as well, but maybe they're real. Who knows? Internet, go on that. Turn down your radio station, Tom.
I can't. It's a tower. I can't turn that down.
Told you to get the extendo arms.
I knew I should have bought that extension cord.
Anyway,
Wait, what for? To hang myself in sorrow?
Tom. By the way, the new DuckTales, pretty good.
Yeah.
Boop. Anyway, which caused Lapis to be in this form. Her cracked gem causes her to be like this. Which, anyway, years later, Steven goes through some stuff. Oh, yeah. Pearl wants, and Steven wants to learn about stuff, and then Pearl was like, oh, learning! And she gives Steven a mirror. Doesn't know, by the way, the gems are unaware that Lapis is in this. Everyone always was like, oh, the gems knew. I'm like, the gems didn't know. In the movie where you learn, in the episode where you find out about how Lapis got into the mirror, they just picked her up. They didn't know anything. She was just basically a mirror on the ground.
It was like, oh look, for yard sale stuff.
Basically,
Oh,
they
I didn't
just,
know this. I didn't know this Tiki doll was possessed with the demon of Cthulhu.
yeah, I
Huh.
didn't. Oh, look, a weird random tiki idol. I didn't know it was evil. Brady Bunch episode.
Why are you floating?
What?
Why are you wearing my clothes? Why do you look like me? Why are you walking in with a shiv? Why am I a ghost?
Tom, quit questioning yourself.
I can't.
Anyway.
And so that picks up where I know her from, which is him just
Having fun with her, not
you
knowing
know
that this is a
there's
thing.
yeah, not knowing that there's a gem of some sort in there, and
Yeah,
just finding like, oh hey, that's fun.
he just assumed it was a piece of gem technology, then figured out, oh, there's a gem back here. Let's pull this out. Lapis comes out. Lapis wants to go home. All Lapis wants to do is go home. Yes, she kind of screwed up the ocean ecosystem for a few days by pulling out all the oceans to try to go to space to go home because she's unable to make her wings come out because her gem is cracked. And now I remembered I should be doing that coloration, not this coloration, because her wings are out. Oops. But yeah, basically she wants to get to Homeworld, but she can't because her gem is cracked and is basically where her weapon or her wings of a gem comes out, and so yeah. But yes, but I'd like to point out Steven and Connie do a stupid because they try to attack Lapis with a freaking slingshot, and Steven Universe attacks with a squirt gun.
I think we at this point know that Steve is not exactly the brightest person in the world, considering he hasn't gone to school before.
Yeah, although
You can't really blame him for that.
this was really in the beginning of his whole I'm learning how to be a warrior kind of issue, and Connie didn't even get her warrior lessons yet, which she does later in the season, and trust me, that is like a really wonderful episode where she learns how to sword fight. Oh my god, it's so great. But yeah, it's just like they're idiot kids doing something really stupid. Like, yeah, let's
But they're also just idiot kids. You can't beat that out.
yeah, we can't beat them up for it because they're
If there
idiot.
was someone watching them, which is a failure of the Guardian's fault, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, but they didn't know that Lapis was in there. Lapis got pissed off at the gems, but the gems didn't know. But Lapis immediately gets pissed off at them. But Lapis also was unaware that those gems are the rebellion gems, not the bad gems that put her in the mirror. And basically, she was currently in the state of associating all gems with the ones who put her in the mirror, which in a technicality is true that all gems did put her in the mirror because crystal gems are the ones that caused her to get poofed, and the bad gem and the homeworld gems are the ones who caused her to go be put in the mirror. It's like you have to think of the perspective of all corners, which is what I do when I'm learning
So
about a character.
basically, her idea behind the whole thing is that after being released, she just assumed that the other gems she saw, who at that point looked like they were trying to go after her, she just thought, oh hey, these are the idiots that put me in prison here,
Yeah.
but also kind of not in the best shape right now, better retreat, and just assume that everyone, which I assume there aren't that many of them on the ground force in the first place.
No, there's only Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, and Steven!
So at that point, she would be right of assuming that all gems would be against her because those are the only ones she knows from where she's standing
Yeah.
or floating or surfing.
Well, she does attack. Well, while she is in a state that she's unable to attack, she does have her hydrokinesis to make clones of the crystal gems and use them to fight the enemy. Well, them.
So basically, she uses because she's not herself complete. She can at least use a fragment of her power to assist her in some sense.
Yeah, which she's using to make a giant pillar out of the ocean. Which, I mean, is impressive enough because she used all the ocean water that she could to get all the way to basically past the atmosphere, and she is in space. Space!
I mean, even as damaged as she is, it sounds like she's got a bit of power level behind her anyway.
Yeah, because even when people ask, people ask Rebecca Sugar and the creators, going, so what's Lapis's weapon? And they go, water. She doesn't have a gem weapon. Water is her gem weapon.
I have managed to use power to control the life force of humanity.
Yeah. If she's near a liquid, she will use it. Which is what
I am Aquaman, but not useless.
Hey, Aquaman is useful. You just gotta know which iteration of Aquaman.
His ability is to communicate with the ocean animals.
Dude,
Not
I could summon a bunch of bull sharks now. Fear
yes,
me.
yes, but how are you gonna do that in the middle of a city? First
I,
off, if you're Aquaman, why are you in the city?
I'll summon the alligators that live in the sewer.
Yes, let me just oh wait.
You didn't think of that, right?
Yeah, fuck you, movie logic for including alligator sewers. Seriously, when did that become a thing?
It's been a myth that's been around for decades. At least the 30s. Anyway, back to Lapis. Who is awesome and should not be treated like garbage like certain members of the fandom. I won't say which ones.
Haters. Sorry, I was supposed to do it at the same time.
Yeah, haters are gonna hate. But
But
Lapis
that's
is.
that's
But all
fandom.
Lapis wants to do is go home. That's it.
And that's
Anyways,
a very, a
that
very
is a basic instinct.
commonsensical goal.
It's a basic instinct, really. She hasn't been
Yeah,
home. She wants to go home. And that's all she wants to do. And so
yeah.
Lapis basically gets. She takes Steven, floats him up. She talks to Steven for a while. Because Steven doesn't fight her, he decides to talk to her. Instead
Like a
of doing
good person.
like a normal person.
Yeah, as a protagonist should.
Which is what I also love about Steven Universe. He proves you don't have to always fight to figure out what to
He's
do.
a protagonist, not an anime protagonist.
Yay!
Which are very different protagonists.
Very different. But he talks and then she's explaining like she's looking up, wanting to go home, blah blah blah. And he looks at her thing, and at this moment, for those who don't know, Steven Universe has healing. Oh, his mother has healing tears. He has the ability to heal, but only in saliva.
I'm
So
going to excuse it because of for children's shows, but specifically a Cartoon Network show. I'm going to excuse it
he
because there's plenty
licks.
of worse.
Well, it's funny because he accidentally heals Connie via he shares a drink with her, and then I'm watching that. When I first saw that, I was like, "Holy crap!" And then when I see it again, I'm sitting here going, "Oh my God, Steven Universe backwatches! You nasty!"
Yeah, you healed your friend, but you also gave her a disease.
Well, I don't know. He's half gem. He doesn't really get diseases. Maybe
It's still a mystery.
it is actually. Anyway, um, um, where was I? So yeah, so he licks well, he doesn't lick things. He licks his hand and then puts his hand on things. So it's
So
not.
like a child does, it's like, hey, before you give him a handshake, it's like, hey.
Yeah. So it's not as nasty as it could have been.
It's still pretty fucking nasty.
It's not as nasty.
You're still coming in physical contact with someone else's saliva.
Oh, Tom, get over it.
I don't care how medicinal it is, man.
You don't care if it
It's
can cure
still
cancer.
gross. No, it wouldn't actually.
Good point. It
That's
does
still
have.
disgusting. Even
It
better if it cure cancer. It doesn't make it any less disgusting.
anyway. But he does heal Lapis. She gets her wings back, and she thanks Steven, and she flies back to Homeworld. Anyway, episodes later.
A whole episode?
Bunches of episodes. That was I just explained 2 episodes for you.
Alright.
A stone appears magically.
As, stones tend to.
It's called a wailing stone.
I'm hoping you mean like a noise and not like an actual whale.
Yes, no, an actual whale.
Actually, I would have liked that more. Let's go with that.
Yes, the skyfish, Kay.
Sweet.
No, hold on. Where was I?
Making fun of me because I don't know the difference between whales.
Yes, no, wailing as in noise. And he gets a mess. I'm gonna basically skip a bunch of stuff which involves Steven and his dad because while it's adorable
That's
as
fine
heck,
with me because I don't care.
we're gonna get to the good bits.
That's all I care about.
Get to the bits. All right. We learn that okay, Lapis gets there, discovers that Homeworld is not like the Homeworld she remembers,
Which makes sense.
and it's gone for the worse, and
Which
that
also
people
makes sense.
bad people are coming after them because they are the Crystal Gems rebels. Blah blah blah. They are bad. Also makes sense.
Oh, we expected that? I'm sorry. It also makes sense.
And so bad people are coming soon. And she is very panicked and in distress.
As a very respectable response to, like, oh shit.
And it's very scary of a scene.
Man, it's like, imagine you're gone. Imagine, like, you went on vacation, like, to Darien Lake or something. You come back, and your house is under, uh,
Under
what the
siege
hell?
by goblins.
I was gonna say, like, CIA agents.
Okay, we'll go
At least
realistic.
that one makes more sense realistically.
Yes, but under siege by goblins? Oh my god. Magic is real?
We're not in Terraria.
Shut up. That game's fun.
I would know.
Anyway. So episodes later. Oh, we also learn about Peridot, and Peridot, it looks creepy and menacing. Who later turns into the evil green space Dorito. Anyway, the gremlin space Dorito. Anyway, anyway, a ship in the shape of a giant green hand. Don't ask.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, I will make space hand job jokes later.
Wait, hang on. I had to find Uranus.
Why? The one joke I've never done about that. The obvious one.
Dude, what's wrong with you? Freddy got fingered.
I have seen so many edits of it making it look like the middle finger. It is so funny. Anyway, would you like some sausage? Anyway, that's a quote from the movie, and the only quote I know because other gamers quote it. So, in the thing, we find Peridot, who we've met, Lapis, who's being used as a prisoner to
What a
find
luck.
the gems. Sorry, I have to say it loudly because people who are watching this are most likely idiots, and the big, menacing, evil, horrible, asshole, Jasper. What? I don't like her.
Look, I'm not gonna complain considering my Jasper's not that great either.
She's a monster, she's horrible, she's evil, and she treats Lapis horribly, and everyone who keeps thinking she's wonderful and thinks she needs a redemption arc. Anyway.
This is why I love fandoms. It's all about opinions.
What?
This is why I like fandoms, because they can be all about opinions.
And most of them are evil opinions because they're idiots. Anyway.
Hey, don't do that. I'm trying to be nice here.
Okay, fine. Anyway.
Don't corrupt me. I live in a radio tower. I know about corruption.
That's why he lives in the radio tower.
Yes. I'm the censor bar you hear.
Anyway. Where was I? But Lapis is being currently used as a prisoner, being shaken around like a rag doll, by a certain evil giant Cheeto Puff. Not by Donald Trump, by Jasper.
The Cheetos cat?
Chester the Cheetos. Chester Cheetah is who you're thinking of. But
that didn't change anything. I said a Cheetos cat. It didn't change the fact. It just said Cheetos.
anyway. Anyway, but she's treated horribly. Garnet gets poofed, and that's when you later find out that she is a fusion of Ruby and Sapphire. They get to sing the song Stronger Than You, which is an awesome song until the Undertale fandom destroyed it.
Like they tend to.
Yeah, I swear, every time Steven Universe comes with a new song, Undertale likes to take it and tries to make their own parody of it. Which, I mean, okay, fine, whatever. But now it's getting a little out of hand, and I'm like, stop it! Stop! Right
Stop
here.
sniffing that butt.
Stop putting cold noses to the crotch. Stop it.
Hey man, have you ever had a cold nose to your crotch before?
I have tiny kitten claws to the crotch.
Nah, I've said cold nose. I didn't say anything about claws.
No, but kitten claws to the crotch. That's an experience I will never forget.
Yeah, so you don't know how a cold nose would feel in your crotch. Maybe it feels good. Who knows?
Anyway, Tom. But
Not much.
anyway, great fight sequence between Jasper and Garnet. Great music sequence too. And but anyway, there's also this whole thing where Lapis looks at Jasper is basically near defeated them, and Jasper is near defeated them, and then Jasper is like demands someone to fuse with her so she can defeat them because fusion is a weak thing that makes weak gems stronger. Blah blah blah. Basically, it's some weird bullshit, and basically Lapis fuses with Jasper. Somewhat not consensual, somewhat consensual, because because Lapis takes over the fusion of Malachite, which is their fusion, which trust me is a giant monstrosity, which usually is a sign of a bad fusion.
It's also just, you know,
It's a
not good
monster.
in general.
And Lapis decides to basically use her hydrokinesis powers to chain Malachite, which has Jasper, to the bottom of the ocean to protect the gems. In essence of a self-sacrifice.
Which, you know,
It's
I don't know.
wonderful! Sad, but wonderful.
But I can't imagine it would work forever.
No, it kinda doesn't.
I didn't think so.
Cut two!
If this is a
Practic-
supposedly a giant, super powerful being, and
Yeah.
all you're doing is effectively tying a rock to it and then a rope
I'll show you what
and
Malachite
dropping
looks
it off
like.
the bridge.
That's the scene which basically involves the hydrokinesis. That's Malachite.
It is ugly. I like my malachite better. It's like a dog.
Yes. But basically, that gives you a kind of a size comparison, doesn't it?
Is that a lion?
Yes. That lion is a very complex character. For a mute pink lion, that character is super complex.
What the fuck is a lion doing there?
Oh, apparently, lion is apparently a lion that got killed, but then got revived via Rose Quartz's power and turned pink, and is practically immortal, and is Steven Universe's best friend.
So basically, it's just a regular lion that got influenced by gem magic.
And its hair can basically take it to a pocket dimension where it can store a ton of stuff, and can run really fast and can run on water, and can roar and take it to other places, and can teleport to other places via a roar.
Okay, that's confusing as fuck, but let's just say the magic lion goes from there. Okay, I get that.
Just say it's a magical lion that got influenced by jad magic, and you'll be fine.
That's pretty much what I said in the first place. It's just a normal lion. It's like, oh hey, have some magic. I didn't want this magic.
You're
Also, you
getting.
can't talk now. You suck. Also, you can't breed. Okay, now you're being. Wait.
But as I was saying, but cut to episodes later where Steven Universe has this nightmare where Steven Universe has a nightmare basically having a dream communication with Lapis where Lapis is having issues Jasper. Still she's struggling with it because Jasper's slowly getting stronger. Atypical power issues.
Yeah, the dominant mind's taking control,
Yeah,
and the last ounce of the cognitive mind is losing its grasp.
in essence.
That's a cliche.
Do you not have to point out all the cliches? It's still
Look,
good.
I'm explaining it. That's how I know that's just a cliche that they use.
Anyway, throughout the cliche, as you fondly call it.
I will call everything cliche, and I will love it.
Anyway, then again, Episodes later.
Wait, so he has that dream and then they don't do anything about it, and they have to go a couple more episodes before they
Oh,
finally do something about it?
this causes the search for Lapis, which causes them like going out into the ocean to find it. Which I personally had a better idea for them to find it, which basically would involve, because I know this one thing: malachite causes, when in water, causes damage, releases a poisonous toxin. What they could have done is ask Yellowtail, who is the local fisherman in the area, who goes out sailing to go catch fish, and ask them, hey, has there been some weird weird habits happening around in a certain area? You know, basically doing it that way,
Hey, have your magic cards been evolving by force lately?
in essence. But, you know, basically saying, hey, has there been some weird fish development happening in the area, in a certain area? And if so, can you tell us? See, my idea makes sense.
It
Instead of,
does, but then if you did that, then you wouldn't be able to have Phil Hark, and then it wouldn't be a
yeah,
TV show anymore.
yeah, I know. But my idea kind of made sense, and it was logical. I'm like, just ask the local fisher people.
Some people only talk to fishermen.
I don't want to know. Oh, God. And I've been watching JonTron all day.
I'm glad you picked up on that note.
Anyway, so they do this weird scouting. Then somehow Steven Universe has another dream, which he basically. Okay, there was an episode back where he accidentally basically gave cognizance to a bunch of watermelons that look like him.
I'm going to push
It,
that aside because it sounds ridiculous.
it does sound semi-ridiculous, and I assumed it was going to be a filler arc, so I kind of skipped it.
You mean it me? Okay, continue.
What do you mean?
Like, of course it's gonna be a point, isn't it?
Of course.
That we're supposed to remember that. Oh, hey, these random watermelons we did something with a couple episodes ago are actually gonna play a huge part in what's supposed to be another galactical war, effectively.
Yeah, I didn't assume. Okay, this was idiot me. I did watch it again, and I'm like, oh my god, that does.
Remember that ice cream from the first episode? If you eat it, you can become Jesus. But
Okay,
only after an entire series worth of content.
you do not get me started on the Cookie Cat ice cream fiasco. Do not get me
And
started.
it worked for 3 minutes, and it's the ultimate power. And then after you eat it, you die, unless one person you love sacrifices themselves and everyone lives inside you.
The Cookie Cat ice cream thing was an actual thing that happened in the first episode, first season.
I know, but leave it to a show that would. I don't know, it's the same kind of concept. Like, remember that small, stupid thing you talked about? Yeah, this is actually the key to the entire mystery.
Yeah.
You
Anyway.
still have that key to the car you don't drive?
Anyway. Where was I?
Talking watermelons.
Talking watermelons. I can't believe that helps me.
I can't believe I have to say that.
I can't
And it
believe
helps you.
I can't believe this isn't butter.
Ah, don't talk about food.
Butter isn't a food. It's a thing you put on food.
But I put it on a lot of food.
Ugh.
And that just makes me think of waffles. I'm like, oh.
Anyway. Welcome to our talk about Steven Universe.
Talks of waffles included.
Anyway. Waffles. Damn it. Anyway. So, where was I? So he has a vision via one of the watermelon people, which I assumed was just a throwaway gag. Boy, was I wrong.
We all hope sometimes.
And we find out that Malachite is attacking Watermelon Island, which was the island that the watermelon people now live on.
They have an island?
Well, he sent them off to the ocean so they wouldn't cause harm to the people.
But I understand they were given sentience, but how do they get an island?
Steven sent them there.
I hate this show.
Don't hate it. It actually makes sense. They have a lovely culture.
Continue.
You really want me to?
Do it before I pull my fur out.
You don't have any fur.
Shit, you're right.
Anyway. So he has this vision where the watermelon people are sacrificing themselves to please the Malachite god
Okay, that's fine.
to make it not kill them.
That's a Jasper
because
thing. I don't know.
the watermelon Stevens look like Steven, and Malachite hates Steven. Logic!
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So Steven
If
apparent,
if you replace the watermelons with another tribe of people, it would make a lot more sense, and that's why I'm okay with that.
but that's killing helpless people, so and that's not fine. Watermelon people, perfectly fine. Let's kill those off.
No,
Because
I'm
they,
saying like that's the tribal instinct. They have a god. The god is evil. If you make a sacrifice to the god is appeased, and other people can go on. You put the life of many over a life of one.
needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. Thank you, live long and prosper. All hail Leonard Nimoy. Anyway, but in the process, Steven figures out they're on Watermelon Island. They go to Watermelon Island. Pearl, Garnet, and uh, Amethyst all do a fusion to become Alexandrite, which is their strongest form, although very, very, very unstable, to fight off Malachite. And in the process, Lapis and Jasper unfuse. Jasper gets thrown into a pit. Ha ha! But Lapis is saved. Yay! And Lapis is taken. Lapis is still very untrusting of the gems. Don't blame them. Because, they kind of caused this shit.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
What?
That's fine with me.
And then, and then there's this whole thing where Steven is showing how great Earth can be and all that.
Like
There's
he
a,
would.
yeah, nice filler arc. But throughout there's more episodes with Lapis, and it just shows, her suffering through, PTSD and depression, and how, she was in, this very abusive relationship, in essence. And it's really well written and really nicely done. And I wish people would stop harping on Lapis because they treat her like she's some horrible person when in reality Jasper is. Because Jasper force fuses with freaking corrupted gems to get herself stronger. I'm like, dude, you have an addiction.
Also, why would you fuse with corrupted characters?
Because she is that desperate, yo.
But yes, but I mean, would you fuse with a handicapped guy just because you need a power source?
If I love the handicapped guy. Maybe that's not the best use.
Look, that's the best source I had in my head. You do not want the other source I was going to go.
With a drug addict.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not supposed to say it. Even
Alright.
I have restraints.
Good. Tom has restraints, ladies and gentlemen. Yay!
And the world is saved thanks to the
The,
censor.
the censor bar. But I just really love how Lapis is done, because she's going through massive depression. She has these moments where she doesn't want to do anything, and she just sits there and watches television at the barn. She lives in a barn, by the way.
Well, I mean, it's spacious there. That's good for her because she doesn't
She
trust people.
she lives in a barn. She lives with Peridot, and oh, there was this whole episode where they moved in together, and Peridot thought as a nice thing to do for Lapis is to make a giant make a giant pool of water, which I thought, okay, that's nice. And then Lapis is like, you made this for me while I was trapped in water for months, and I'm like, and that might be a bad idea to do. On the other hand,
Questions?
yes,
How do you make water?
you dig a hole, then you get the hose.
Where does that water come from?
My butt.
I need to question your diet a little later. Okay. And then two. Okay, so if we're going to go on the fact that she did a thing, gave her. If water is her thing,
She was just basically traumatized for a long while, and she's going through some shit. She didn't want to be messed with for a while, but she just didn't want to be messed with, and she had some issues.
yes, but it's not like she just dunked her in a fish tank. Here's a here's a little puddle. Do some things like work some magic, make hearts, make me a sandwich. I don't care.
She didn't ask. She just made a pool out of kindness, really. She was just she was just like, see,
Yeah.
here, you're not near water. Here's a pool. Have some water. But she was just, I think she just basically was going through that whole statement of I just don't want to be messed with, leave me alone.
I appreciate what you're doing, but I mean, for God's sake, if you show me another Keanu Reeves movie, I'm going to push you so hard.
Tom, please don't show me another Keanu Reeves movie. Unless it's John Wick.
I don't actually know Keanu Reeves or any of his movies. I just
Dude!
that was literally the first thing that came to my head, and I'm like, okay, think of a random person. Think of a random person. Shit, I don't know any random people. Celebrities. Okay, that's celebrities. I'm talking about movies. What's the first celebrity name? I'm like, okay, Keanu Reeves. Who's that? Oh, she'll get it.
Dude.
Look, you know him.
Matrix.
What?
He was in The Matrix.
I've never seen The Matrix. If you're surprised by that, you don't know me as well as you think you do.
I know, and that's sad.
You're sad.
You're a potato.
Damn it, you're right. You're always right.
Don't say potato, Grandma. Tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
Stop talking about food.
Tom wishes us to not talk about food now, Grandma. Tom? Nothing, Grandma. Tom?
What?
Would you like a cookie?
Can I actually eat the cookie?
No.
Keep it.
You have to balance it on your nose.
Oh, don't be a dick about it. I'm not like some dog.
Did you have fun with that, Tom?
Yeah. It's hard not to.
Going to bed, Grandma? Have fun sleeping.
Don't dream of
No.
darkness.
Tom!
Well, don't. It'd be scary.
I should smack you.
Is that not just general consensus, though? Don't dream of bad things? It'd be like telling me don't dream of super babies. You just don't, man. Don't
Tom.
dream of things that make me upset.
Tom.
I have nightmares a lot about that garbage.
Tom.
What?
Don't dream about butts.
It depends on the butts.
Don't
If
dream
it's
about...
like a dog butt you can pet, then I'm okay with that.
Stop nubbin lovin'. Anyway, everybody. Lapis Lazuli. I think I covered most of her history. And her character. And her awesomeness. And how people should not disrespect her or I will give her the claw. What do you think, Tom?
I think that given my first impressions without even knowing anything about the series, which granted didn't help me understand the series at all.
Oh, wait until I have to give you a full-on explanation about Garnet.
Please, for the love of God, don't. I figured that when I saw the character, I realized that I didn't have a reason to hate the character, and I was right. There's no reason to hate the character.
Thank you.
Because she didn't seem like she was bad. She just kind of had her own thing. In fact, if anything, it kind of made me hate the other characters. Like, hey, look, I get this. You don't know this. That you don't get the grasp the concept that this person was there the whole time, and the first instinct is you're like after her. Yeah. Fuck off.
Aww, Tom's
Considering
swearing.
considering she didn't even like do anything about it. She literally just went swimming.
Well,
From a combat standpoint, it was the right decision. She's outnumbered, but she didn't do anything. Even without knowing all the stuff that I just attempted to learn, I don't see any reason that I don't know. I don't think she's bad. She's a pretty character. She's certainly a lot prettier than say Peridot, for instance. That one just bugged me.
Evil Gremlin!
Look, her design's just I don't like her design at all.
She's my evil gremlin child.
Hello. I don't like Garnet's design either, for that matter. And I think that's mostly because you kind of get her characters by looking at her.
Well, there's a lot to her that you don't.
Pearl, I end up liking the design just because she's like the typical mother kind of character. I can't really complain about her because she's a bland she's a bland design, but given from our only first impression of her, not really much to say about it. She just at that time all I knew about her, which was like the mom character. Okay.
Don't worry, universe. I'll make him learn.
For every episode of Steven Universe you show me, I'm showing you Jewel Pet.
How many Joe Pet episodes are there?
52, and that's like all of it. There's no seasons.
Oh, there's so many episodes of Steven Universe.
There are different series, but I'm only going to show you the one.
Oh,
I'm not going to bother showing you the movie because I haven't seen that either.
Oh, there are so many seasons, so many episodes of Steven Universe. I could torture you all day.
Yes, but just realize that even if I finish the season, if you keep showing me stuff, I'm going to keep countering it.
We're going to be
Except the thing is, I'll run out of episodes of Jewel Pet before you run out of episodes of Steven Universe.
Very true.
I also have to find a way to show you Jewel Pet, considering the only way to do that would be Kiss.
Wait, it's not on Kim anymore?
It's an anime, so it'd be on Kiss Anime.
Oh, what about 9 Anime?
I wouldn't know that. I don't go there.
Okay, I'll go there and check.
Never. I still have to finish my Safi.
I feel sorry for Tom. I'm gonna torture him again.
But you should know that I also can retaliate.
Oh, I know he can. In his little tower of evil.
Yep. Just wait. 3 hours of Britney Spears music coming up.
No! She has only 2 hours worth of good music.
Reruns included.
No.
I'll make it so you can't stop humming Hit Me Baby one more time.
Please God, no. I had to go through that all summer today.
I work at retail. I'm used to it.
Tom, you work at retail, and Christmas is your nightmare.
Christmas is my nightmare even though I didn't work in retail. Christmas is literally one of my least favorite times of the year.
Because they play this annoying song every year.
No, it has nothing to do with music. I just hate the time period of Christmas. The idea of family time and all that stuff, it just makes me sick. Yes, I'm an asshole. I don't care. Screw it. I just listened to an entire, like how long was this again? Like, almost 2 hours worth of
Steven,
Lapis. And I can't even talk about that Lapis Lazuli and Jewel Pet because she's a dog who stands on a clock tower. And then the clock tower gets destroyed. And then she never appears again. Actually, no, that's the wrong character. I don't even know that Lapis. Who is that dog?
That's Peridot.
Oh, I know Peridot when I see it. And I know a Peridot when I see her. In either universe. Whether it's in Stevens or whatever universe that Peridot belongs to.
There we go. That looks better. Anyway, good night, universe. I hope you enjoyed this video where Tom had to endure a 2-hour lesson about the history of Lapis Lazuli and why she's awesome. Next week will be Peridot.
Oh God, no.
Yes, you will learn about the Green Dorito.
No, Peridot is literally my least favorite character in that entire show.
Okay, fine. We'll learn about Pearl.
See, I can tolerate that.
It was only an hour and 3 minutes.